Now, this came up, and I think it says Wednesday, but it indeed is. There we go. We're in. We're in. Um, does it say that it's all right? It just comes up. It doesn't matter what date it says on it. Although this does say it's Wednesday's meditation on the thing, but it's Thursday. So, and I'm wearing my Thursday shirt as opposed to what I wore on Wednesday. It is our last time to discuss Kiteitzei. We had a very robust discussion at noon today in our Torah study class, because there's a lot of kind of difficult moments that happen in this Torah portion that we've gone over the last couple of days. And I must say, when we have lawyers in there and different people that have different kinds of occupations and artists and all this, we get a really a wide view of what's going on, and it's really a fantastic discussion. And the one thing that kind of has come to the forefront for me during this time, hold on, I'm going to shut that off so it's not so loud. That's better. One of the things that has come out about this Torah portion, even though there are some very difficult passages that are very outdated and really go against our kind of modern contemporary sensibilities, I believe the attempt that the redactors and writers of the Torah were trying to impart through their point of view, given the milieu that they're writing, the style of life, the value that is placed upon various aspects of just social living. I think what they were trying to do was to say, take care of the other people that are in your lives, even if you don't know them, right? There's a moment where if you come across an ox or a donkey that is astray and lost, you return it to the owner. If you don't know who the owner is, you take it home until someone comes and claims that they've lost something. So it's like you're just being thoughtful. There's another one, put a parapet on your roof. If you're building a house, make sure that on the roof of the house, people can't fall off. There's, hello Valerie and hello sis. There's a section where if you find, this one was pretty controversial, but if you find a nest and the mother's there with the little birds or with eggs, don't steal the eggs or the babies while the mother's there. Wait for the mother to leave, and then if you need to take it, you take it. This is just, and that's not even a human being, right? Part of this is taking care of the animals that are living in your town, amongst you. And it got me thinking again about how does this relate to what we do? How does it relate to mindfulness? How does it relate to this kind of meditation that we do where we get in touch with ourselves as just a being? I think there's a couple things that come into play here. The first is that when we sit and we breathe and we just be, we're putting ourselves in a position of just being for lack of a better way to say it, an animal on this earth. That we share this earth with all kinds of other animals, and that our base is that we are these biological beings that exist on this planet. The fact is, we think and we talk and we walk and we can handle things, and we've built cars and buildings and planes, and we've done all these incredible things. But when it comes down to it, take off these clothes, we're a vulnerable being, just like any animal that exists. And I think that if we can put ourselves in a position where we think of ourselves as just another being on this planet, it makes you appreciate all the other beings and says, okay, just as I would need help, I need to help others as well. And I think that's a really important thing to consider when we're quiet and when we're breathing, that we're just existing and others are just existing as well. And that hopefully it leads us to a place where we can relate a little bit better to the people, animals, things that are around us. I think that's a really important message. Another one is, again, when something happens, we don't just have a knee-jerk reaction to it. We consider what's happening. I used this example earlier in the week with, you're a soldier and you go into a town and you see some beautiful woman that is being captured and you want her in a lustful way, that you can't just go and sleep with her, that you have to take her home, make her into a mourner that she's not around her parents anymore, and keep her with you for a month. And then, after a month, after her head is shaved, after you've pared her nails, after she's mourned her parents, if you're still interested in being with her, then you can. And if you want to, she must be your wife, and you can't divorce her. Now, there was a little controversy that came up, because the way the text is written, it says, after a month, if you still want her, then you can sleep with her. And then it says, it doesn't say, and after that, it says vehaya, which has many different meanings, and some of the meanings could be, after an amount of time, it could be, and there will be, but it could also just be, but it could be that you don't want her. And if you don't want her, you have to let her go free. And you cannot sell her. I know these words sound crazy, but this is the way it was 2,500, 3,000 years ago. And that initial feeling of love, lust, you feel that, but then you have to put that aside and you have to do what's right by this person. The big controversy was, it says that you sleep with her, and then it says, and then if you don't, they translated that and it was like, and then if you don't want her anymore, then you have to you have to set her free. And so the question is, well, okay, so you can sleep with her and then just set her free. And I like to believe that that's not what it's saying. It's saying it's an either or. Either you still want her to be a part of your life, thereby you marry her, or you don't want her to be a part of her life and you just let her go free. But whatever it is that the reading is, it's the idea that you don't just willy-nilly do. You find a lost ox. You don't just say, oh my God, I found something. Finders, keepers, losers, weepers. And then you take the ox. You have to think about it and say, okay, whose is this? Do I know this ox? Do I know who might own this? How can I get word out to people? And you take a moment to sit and think about how you can help. That's mindfulness. Noticing what you're feeling about something. Noticing what's happening inside of you. Taking that moment to think about it, notice it. Judge it? No. But then say, okay, how can I move on from here? I think it's really valuable. It's an incredible lesson. This is what we're trying to do with these meditations and with our mindful thinking, is this is intended for us to be a little more mindful of the kinds of things we say, the kinds of things we do, the people we surround ourselves with, and any given situation, how we think through it. That it's not just knee-jerk reaction, let's go. It's knee-jerk reaction. Interesting that I reacted that way. What are some other ways I could react? What are some things I could do here? And then taking it from there. It's not always easy to do that, but it is a worthwhile practice to notice how you feel at any given moment, and then think about what you can do with that feeling or why you have that feeling. Okay, let's get to our full complement of quiet time. Just get into a comfortable yet strong position. And we're going to close our eyes and we're going to try not to think. There's my yawn. going to allow everything to be as it is for now. We don't have to solve any problems. Just want to be. Just exist. Feel what it feels like to breathe in and out. For the air to fill your lungs or your stomach. For the air to leave. For your body to grow big and to get small. What happens to your body? How do you feel? Does it relax you? Can it relax you? Here we go. our last 4 or 5 minutes together, we asked for 2 feelings. And one of them, I'm going to make a little change. May I feel whole is one of the things that we ask for. And we also would ask to feel joy, but I'd like to change that. May I feel whole. May I feel I belong. Listening to Tara Brock the other day, she talked about this idea that so many of us yearn for belonging, whether it's at a synagogue or some other club, whether it's in our own home, amongst our friends. Maybe you're finding yourself in new places. To feel like you belong. It's important. May I feel I belong. May I feel whole. Some might say that those 2 things work in hand. If you are belonging, then you feel maybe more whole. And if you feel more whole, maybe you feel more of an opening to belong. And I don't mean belonging by paying dues. I mean to feel as if you belong where you are and with who you are with. May you feel like you belong. So with each breath, you can offer yourself one of these. May I belong. May I feel like I belong. May I feel whole. May I feel I belong. May I feel whole. Wholeness is that sense that we are who we are in all aspects. May I feel I belong. May I feel whole. May I feel whole. May I feel like I belong. May I feel like I belong. May I feel whole. May I feel like I belong. May I feel whole. May I feel whole. May I feel like I belong. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you were able to find some peace and stillness. And may you feel like you belong. And may you feel whole. And I hope you have a great evening, a wonderful Shabbat.